What up, gamers? We're ready for a chill stream. I have not played Kingdom of Loathing since I was a wee lad. I don't know if literally I was 8, but I was definitely young. It's the only MMO I've ever played because MMOs are scary, and I don't like talking to strangers. And also, I think I would get addicted, but the Kingdom of Loathing, I loved. My stepdad was super into it, and now here we are, introducing a new audience. Fuchsia, I feel like you're going to get hooked on this. I actually don't want to take responsibility or ownership saying that this game is any good. But we'll try it out. Oh, I've got to get way closer. It's crazy. I like how the art is not. It's just like a JPEG, so it's getting crunchier and crunchier. I wonder if there is a dark mode. Can't even read the text for chat box on stream. Don't have time for MMOs? Fair. This is not a live action one. This is a turn-based game, like a choose your own adventure book. And I don't remember anything about it, so let's see what we can do. Male, female. We'll be a dude. Now here are the classes. We have Kingdom of Loathing at work. Amen. Seal Clubber. Seal Clubbers hail from the frigid Northlands because one character class always hails from the frigid Northlands. They rely on their muscle to survive. Playstyle. Seal Clubbers hit things with sticks until those things stop moving. Turtle Tamer. The Turtle Tamer's mystical connection with his terrapin brethren. What the hell does that mean? Because I left her building. So true. To be fair, I'm in the better building. Imbues him with great power. He excels at moving very slowly and wins foot races with smug satisfaction. His muscle is key to his success and to his long lifespan. Another muscle one. Turtle tamers fight with the aid of their animal companions and the magical blessings of the ancient turtle spirits. They also cast protective shells around their fellow adventurers. It's like a monk? Ain't wrong. Amen. Nothing wrong with labs. So we got what is this? Warrior, monk, pastomancer. With his mastery of the arcane secrets and noodlecraft, the pastomancer is a force to be reckoned with. I can't read. You know why? Because this stream has a sponsor. Seven's Hard again. One day they will pay me. He relies on mysticality to get ahead in the world. Pastomancers cast powerful spells while hiding behind their enthralled undead pasta minions. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like magic. I don't want to be a magic character. Truly, like in almost any game. Like Harry Potter's different. I did play some Hogwarts Legacy. I didn't play a ton, but that's cool. But if I'm playing a game, I don't want to be a magic person. Like Diablo 3, no. Or 4, 5, whatever Diablo they're on. No. No magic. Sorcerer. Long engaged in the uneasy truce with the Pastomancers, the Guild of Sorcerers protects the secrets of the ancient brotherhood of gravy makers. Their mysticality is their most important attribute. Sorcerers cast devastating spells. Not interested. Disco Bandit. The Disco Bandit boogies to and fro, hither and yon. Whence comes he? No one knows. No man knows. Whither strikes he next? All men live in fear of him and his moxie. Disco bandits dance out of reach of their foes while also sneakily stabbing them. And the accordion thief, the bard. The scourge of the mariachis and polka bands. The accordion thieves have plied their malign craft since time out of mind. I don't know Old English. Their moxie serves them well in both their adventures and their interactions with the ladies. Accordion thieves steal accordions, which they then use to fight their opponents and play helpful songs. I think I want to be a steel clubber because I'm not playing with other people. I don't know if this is a game you can really play with other people. I feel like you got to go for the ones that can do damage. Name. We need like old timey music. I did just search Twitch safe music. Skyrim. I feel like Skyrim music is probably fine. But no need Twitch safe. Skyrim music. And ambiance. God, Skyrim is such a good game. Okay, character name. Usually, like, if I'm playing something, and this is 100% genuine, if I'm playing alone, no one is going to see my name ever. I usually do, like, Frank or Paul or Wayne. Oh, this is like a, it can't be taken. What about just soft? Bell. Jake-ish. Jake-ish isn't taken. That's not bad. Peep the DMs. Yes, sir. What is this? Man sending me YouTube links. Oh, this is it. You're right. Let me put this up on there. We got a music suggestion. That I accept. This guy plays for Discord Nitro. That's crazy. Jake-ish Bellend. Oh, I've got... All right. Listen, I've got YouTube Premium on my non-stream account. Let me put this. Let me put this here. How do I get to my other profile? Listen, if we don't end up liking this this playlist, we'll go back to the Skyrim. But I think this is good. Boom. Okay, funny name, can't be taken. Jake-ish. Can you have spaces? No, it can't have space. Softish? Softish is available too. God, this goes hard. Or I can just do notoriously soft. Let's just do classic. This is MMO. Maybe people want to add me as a friend. Notoriously soft. Play. Welcome to the game. Oh, by the way, this game is time sensitive in the way of like, oh, I've got to move my freaking camera. You have like time resets, and then you get energy back. For better and worse. It's crazy how many of these actually work well. So far, I'm impressed. They need some upscaling on these images, by the way. Let me get rid of this on my screen so that I can see. Boom. Okay. 7:30. That's today's date. At 11:17, not today's time. Welcome to the Kingdom of Loathing. To begin, you should visit the tutorial on Mount Noob in the Big Mountains. In order to make sure, set a password. I'll do that a little later. Happy Christmas in July. I should have been on here. They were celebrating my birthday. Mount Noob. The tutorial. The bird speaks to you as you approach. Welcome, adventurer. I'm the tutorial, and I'd like to show you the ropes. Here they are. July twins. He points to a pile of ropes atop a nearby rock. Okay, show you the ropes. I get that. Now that's out of the way, let's get down to brass tacks. I've got a lot of things to teach you. Where should we begin? Teach me about my inventory. It's dangerous to go alone into the big scary world out there, and nothing keeps an adventurer company as well as some sweet gear. So let's see what I've got lying around that might fit you. The Oriole digs into a pile of junk behind his rock and produces a couple of items. I'm going to try not to do too much highlighting, because I do that to read. I acquired a steel clubbing club and some old sweatpants. Seal Clubbing Club. This is a club to use to club seals. You could probably club other things with it too. Just make sure you regularly seal your Seal Clubbing Club with Seal Clubbing Club seal. Meat pasting component. Meat smithing component. It's worth 1 meat. And old sweatpants. This is a pair of faded gray sweatpants with an elastic drawstring. Most people don't actually break a sweat while wearing them, but sitting on the couch eating potato chips pants doesn't have quite much of a ring to it. So true. Whenever you see an item, you click on the picture to get a description of it. Why not do that now? I did. Go to your inventory by clicking the backpack icon in the menu at the top of the screen and equip the 2 items I just gave you. I'm going to be clicking to highlight what I'm reading. That is too bad for you. Boom. I'm going to get out of this menu by clicking the inventory again. No. The main map. No. We'll figure it out. Good job equipping that stuff. While you were out, I found this and thought you might like to have it. Click on it to see its description. Notice the fancy blue text. That means that item is enchanted, and equipping it will improve your stats or abilities in some way. Seal Skull Helmet. Weapon damage +1. A seal used to use this to keep its brain safe, until someone knocked the brains out of it and made it into a helmet to keep your brain safe. Does that strike you as a little bit ironic? No. What would you like to learn next? Adventuring. Teach me about adventuring. Over on the left side, underneath the little, what'd you call that? Hourglass icon, you can see the number of adventures you have left. Adventures are used for adventuring. Every night you will get an additional 40 adventures. There's a cave at the base of this mountain. Let me mark it on your map. Noob Cave. You notice the one next to it, the name of the cave. That means it'll cost you 1 adventure. That cave is where I keep my crates full of old junk. Head down there and smash some of them for me, if you please. Let's quickly put on our Seal Skull helmet. Is there a back button? This is the moon phase. I can log out. I don't want to do that. Noob Cave 1. You're fighting a crate. You're a little nervous about encountering a crate this early in the game. You get the jump on it. Attack with your Seal Clubbing Club. You give it a knuckle sandwich, and since it looks hungry, you follow it up with a club sandwich for 6 damage. Whammo, kerblam, kerblam. A new attack damage record. You win the fight. The crate was empty, fueled by disappointment and boredom. You pick up some of the splinters of wood and whittle them into popsicle sticks. You acquire 3 popsicle sticks. It's a cooking ingredient. Run-of-the-mill popsicle stick. It's not one of the cool ones with a joke written on it, but it's also not one of the gross ones with sticky popsicle residue and someone else's spit on it. So I guess you should count your blessings. So true. Adventure again. I got a lemon and an orange because it was full of fruit. You pocket some of it, trying not to think of how long it's been sitting down here. You can make cocktails. It's a crappy food, though. Okay, I think we can probably go back. Oh, only 1 crate left. Don't worry, I hit it. You compare it to a kiss from the rose on the gray. A kiss from your club on its face. Okay. Full of vodka, and the reason you know that's because your shoes are now full of vodka as well. You managed to salvage 1 intact bottle from the moist and fragrant wreckage. Cocktail. Makes sense. Tiny airline-sized bottle of vodka. I gained a muscle point. Well done, adventurer. I'm sure you've noticed that when you smash those crates, you acquired some items and gained some stat points. Adventuring is the best way to get new stuff and make numbers bigger. You probably wouldn't be playing this kind of game if you didn't like watching numbers get bigger. Teach me about my skills. Skills are important, and there are 2 different kinds of them. Some can be used during fights, and others can be used not during fights. Let's investigate the second kind first. Click on the book icon and use your Seal Clubbing Frenzy skill. You find and club a stuffed seal. Your blood pressure rises and your muscles surge with puissance. You acquire effect Seal Clubbing Frenzy. Muscle +2. It's again like what? There's got to be a button I'm missing that just takes you right back to where you were. Very odd. Very odd. Very odd. Well done. As I'm sure you noticed, this spell gave you an effect that makes you more powerful. You can see how long that effect will last in the character pane over on the left. Now it's time for you to learn about combat skills. I've marked down the Dire Warren on your map. It's a dangerous place. You'll need every ounce of guile, which is worth a pound of Chun-Li. Don't know what that means. Oh. Street Fighter. You can muster up if you're going to survive. Head down there and use Clobber on 3 enemies. You're fighting a fluffy bunny. This is one of those cute fluffy bunnies that populate the Dire Warren. You're not entirely sure why it's called the Dire Warren, but you can't imagine any particularly dire circumstances or straits coming about because of these little things. Nonetheless, it's probably safer to destroy it. It gets a jump on you. The fluffy bunny stares at you with a cute little bunny eyes, but you stealthily avoid its dread gaze. Let's freaking clobber this thing. I got 9 meat, which is the money in this game, and I acquired bunny liver, which is a cooking ingredient. Uh-oh, it got the jump on me and absent-mindedly chewed on some grass. I attempted to do the same thing, but accidentally bit my tongue. Fool, clubber again. More meat, more liver. The bunny hops towards you menacingly, but you stare it down and it stops in its tracks. And we beat it. Nicely done. You probably noticed that in addition to gaining stat points by fighting those fearsome bunnies, you were also gaining meat. Meat is a currency of loathing. You want as much of it as you can get, because you'll use it to buy new skills and new equipment and things. In fact, here, take a little bit of mine to help you get started. I got an egg. Oh, it's full of meat. I see. Teach me about my campsite. Just west of the big mountains, there's a campsite for adventurers. You get assigned a spot as soon as you arrive in the kingdom, and that's where you'll be staying. It's pretty Spartan at the moment. Here, take this tent. Newbie sport tent. Basic, durable, weatherproof. You recover HP and MP. Cool. Go to your inventory and use the tent to install it at your campsite. I'll meet you over there when you're done. If you ever find yourself low on HP or MP, you can recover it by resting your campsite. Head over there now, click on the map to get started. The campground. Rest in my tent. You lie down on the floor and rest. The bright face of Grimace smiles upon you. Is that what the moon is called? Yes. You gain 18 hit points and 10 muscularity points. Teach me about cooking. Oh, I got a certificate of participation. I can put it in my campsite. So cute. Teach me about cooking. You are a growing adventurer, and it's important that you eat to keep your strength. In fact, eating is one of the best ways for you to get more adventures. If you want to eat, you're going to need to learn how to cook. Take this oven and use it from your inventory to install it at your campsite. You install the oven in your stylish outdoor kitchen. The tutorial flies down and lands on a rock next to you. You'll find a lot of good food on your adventure, but nothing beats the taste of a home-cooked meal. Here, take these ingredients. Strawberry, orange, lemon, popsicle sticks. Am I making popsicles? Click on the plier? No tooltip. The plier icon? On the top menu to go to your crafting screen if you can't figure out how to make something with these ingredients. Wait, I can use this now. Nice. Feel like playing this at work now? You should. I'll take any of the blame. We're gonna use bunny liver with a popsicle stick. A liver popsicle. Decent. The delightful confection of frozen liver on a stick, provided you have the condition that causes you to confuse disgust with delight. That looks delicious. You should click on your inventory and eat it. I will. I gained 2 adventures. You eat the popsicle. While fancy restaurants don't often serve sorbet and for faux gras. Faux gras. There's a reason they don't mix together. Now you know what that reason is. This song does go hard. What is this called? Don't answer that. Let's go back to tutorial. Teach me about cocktail crafting. Adventurers do not live by bread alone. Booze is also a crucial part of your daily diet. It's like my dear old mum used to say. It's a rough world out there, Toot. Now go be a dear and fetch me another drink. You'll need this. My first shaker. It's a colorful, cheap plastic cocktail shaker, useful for making not so potent potables. Go to your inventory and use it. You install it, making it even more stylish. Cocktails are a fine way to make yourself less sober. Here, take these ingredients. Lots of great stuff. And then craft one up. We're going to take a bottle of vodka with some strawberry. They don't refresh? Grapefruit. They don't? Okay. Vodka and gin. Gin and lemon. Gin and strawberry. Gin and orange. Gin and lemon. What? Whiskey and lemon. We got a whiskey sour. Get on GTA? Bro, I can't. I'm honestly putting it off. I'm putting it off. I will. I'm thinking maybe Sunday. I'm only streaming for like an hour, so I don't want to start up GTA. That's too much. Let's drink our cocktail. 11-4. I got a whole level. Just like in the real world, booze is a great way to get extra adventures. Just be careful not to overdo it or you might knock yourself out of commission for the rest of the day. You've learned everything I have to teach you. Now it's time for you to set out on your own and find your fortune in the kingdom. Might I suggest with the Council of Loathing over in Seaside Town? Here, I'll mark the town on your map. Can I get rid of this sidebar? I can. Goodbye. It's September 1st. Goodbye. Wait, when are the last announcements? July, June, May, March. So they took a little bit of a break. Anyways, goodbye. The Council of Loathing. Say, it's a new adventurer. Welcome, welcome. Boy, we sure can use people like you right about now. Oh, but where are manners? We're the Council of Loathing, and you are notoriously soft. There's a hero's name if we ever heard one. Listen, we're going to have plenty of work for you, but first, you should probably spend a little time getting your bearings. You look a little underpowered, so maybe you can head off to one of these less dangerous parts of the kingdom. Let's say the Haunted Pantry in Spooky Riven Manor on the right side of the tracks, the outskirts of Cobb's Knob on the nearby plains, or maybe even the sleazy back alley on the wrong side of the tracks in Seaside Town. Come back after you've explored a little, and we'll be ready with your first assignment. Oh, and you should really consider joining your class's guild so you can learn new skills and stuff. Head over to the Brotherhood Smackdown on the right side of the tracks and talk to Gunther. All right, let's go to the right side of the tracks. It's kind of nice that you just click the name. This guy's Glurpin. He's Erkin, Eepin, and Glurpin. We'll go to the Brotherhood Smackdown. Gunther. So you want to join the Brotherhood of the Smackdown, huh? Well, first you have to prove your manliness. Okay, but what do I have to do? Our usual test of manhood is a sausage measuring competition. A what? The Knob Goblins of the nearby plains are the kingdom's premier sausage makers. They guard their sausage jealously, particularly the big ones. Go there and find the biggest sausage you can, defeat or intimidate the guards, and bring the sausage back here for measurement. Sir. It's in the construction site. Can't see it? What's going on in the gourd tower? Gourd tower. You climb to the top of the gourd tower and encounter a twitchy man standing next to a huge gourd. I'm the captain, says the man. The captain of the gourd. It's my sworn duty to protect the gourd, that is. It's clear that in addition to being next to it, the man is clearly out of his gourd. You can help, he continues. Goblins threaten the gourd. Slay them. Seek them out in the outskirts of the Cobb's Knob. Bring back 5 of their firecrackers and you'll be Gurk is a good word. Rewarded. We got to go to the Cobb's Knob, man. Everyone is telling me to go to Cobb's Knob. It's on the wrong side of the tracks? No. It's oh god, I'm clicking on stuff. Where is it? Cobb's Knob. Nearby plains. I like this. Some of the grass is upside down. Unreal. Cobb's Knob. You're fighting a sub-assistant knob mad scientist. You know how sometimes a mad scientist will have an assistant? Well, sometimes those assistants have assistants. And that's what this knob goblin is. He's got a few tricks up his sleeve, though, so watch out. But I've got the jump on him, so we're going to attack him with our club. You deliver a Pesci-esque blow to the back of his head. I don't know that reference. This game is old. 8 points worth of blood. 8 points worth of blood oozed out of his ears. Dear God. Okay, we got a firecracker. Adventure gun. You're fighting a Knob Goblin barbecue team. This is a deadly combination of neophyte Knob Goblin chef and a magically animated barbecue grill. Sometimes these things are friendly, but this one appears to be pretty aggressive. It gets a jump on you. The chef grabs a grill by its legs and swings it at you. It flies over your head and rolls on the ground. The chef rushes over to make sure the grill's okay, moaning, Fritz, get up for God's sakes. And we're going to freaking club him. 8 damage. 3 fortitude. Another assistant. He postulates that flailing wildly would be an effective attack, but that turns out to be wrong. And now he's dead. This is a Knob Goblin who's fallen asleep at the switch. The switch, in this case, is the entrance to Cobb's Knob. Normally these guys are pretty tough, but they're notoriously hard to wake up, so you can probably take this one. We killed him. Another assistant. We freaking killed him too. Ooh, we got Uber Pants. As you approach Cobb's Knob, a female Knob Goblin approaches you and says, Hey, does this rag smell like chloroform to you? When you wake up, you are deep within the inner sanctum of the Knob Goblin Seamstress Guild. The head seamstress approaches you, her head bowed reverently, and says, Oh, chosen one, you've come at last. At last we may bestow upon the rightful owner our most holy of pants. She hands you a pair of pants, which you shrewdly leave before they figure out you're just some guy. and not the chosen one at all. But I got the pants. I need 7 Moxie. I don't think I have 4 Moxie. These are the finest pants I've ever been made. I mean, damn, Gina, these pants are so fine in the 16th century. Adventure again. You see a group of Knobgoblin guards standing around. They appear to be guarding something, which is how you know they're guards and not just ordinary Knobgoblins. They brandish their spears and try to look menacing as you approach. Back off, human, one says. We've got a really big sausage here. We're not going to let you get your hands on it. I bet it isn't that big, you say. You probably just measure it in centimeters or something, so it seems bigger. Huh, shows what you know. Take a look. The goblins move aside a little so you can see the grill they're guarding. The sausage atop it is, in fact, pretty huge. Your jaw hurts just looking at it. This would be the perfect sausage to prove your manliness to Gunther. Grab the sausage, so to speak. I mean, literally. How long have you guys been guarding this sausage? Oh, it must be around 4 hours now. That long? Maybe you ought to see a doctor. Huh? There's nothing wrong with any of us. You crack your knuckles in a menacing fashion. No, wait, this is me. Not yet, there isn't. The guards shrink visibly under your icy glare and don't move to stop you as you grab the sausage and stride away. As you leave, you hear some commotion behind you. Hey, what the heck is wrong with you fools? You were supposed to be guarding that sausage. Sorry, boss. I guess we blew it. I got an 11-inch knob sausage. That's sweet, man. We'll adventure again. I know we can leave, but we don't have to. We still got 74 adventures. As you're wandering through the outskirts of Cobb's Knob, you hear a faint whisper from behind a tree. You go to the tree to investigate and discover a wounded Knobgoblin guard resting against the trunk, breathing heavily. Adventurer, gasped the guard. You have to help me. I stubbed my toe really, really hard, and I don't think I'm gonna make it unless someone brings me some medicine. Will you help me? Sure, I'll help. Sure, I'll help, but what kind of medicine do you need? Go into Seaside Town and visit Doc Galactic's medicine show. His pungent ungent should fix me right up. It costs 30 meat. Use this. We're gonna do this right away. This guy needs help. You can tell by the way he'd be Market Square and Doc Galactic's medicine show. I need your pungent ungent. Dr. Galactic's eyes light up as you approach. Say, my friend, you look like a hale and hearty adventurer. I don't suppose you'd care to assist me with a little problem I've got. Problem? Problem indeed, my good friend. Here's the situation. I've run out of ingredients for some of my patient medicines, my patent medicines. And I simply don't have the time to go out and gather them myself. I need 3 sprigs of fraudwort, 3 bundles of shyster bead, and 3 spindle blossoms. Do you think you're up to the task? Yeah, I'll pick some flowers. The overgrown lot in the wrong side of the tracks. That's so great, but I want your medicine. Also, you can't see I'm covering up the mission list. So it shows everything here, which is handy. And where the last place I was. We're going to buy some pungent ungent. What's an antidote? This is a cup of stuff that will get you unpoisoned if you get unpoisoned. Does not remove poison effects. That's good to know at the end of it. Harrow, how the heck are you? We're going to go back. It's a reasonably sized fountain. General store, meatsmith, flea market. Mr. Store. Okay, I need an email. We'll do that later. You're not going to shack, there's no one there. Okay. Nearby plains. Cobb's Knob. You go back to the tree where the wounded Knobgoblin guard was resting, and you find him right where you left him, continuing to whine about a step 2. Here you go, tough guy, as I hand him the ungent. You're a lifesaver, he says, reaching into his pocket. Take this as a thank you. Maybe you'll have better luck with it than I did. Ring of half-assed regeneration. You're wearing a ring. When you're wearing this ring, you'll hear slowly over time, sort of. Regenerate 0 to 1 HP per adventure. That is not a lot. We got Chef's Hat. Power 45. Can I equip that? No, I need Moxie 7. It's letting me though, so I guess I shouldn't complain. Oh wait, what? It was showing me the stats of something else, I guess. Power 10, power 30. Well, that's way better. And Ring of half-assed regeneration. Okay, so we got that done. We need firecrackers, so we're going to go back to Cobb's Knob. As you near Cobb's Knob, you smell something familiar. Following your nose, you reach a clearing in which several knob goblins appear to be having barbecue. You hide in some nearby shrubbery, plotting your next move. Kick the chef, or abscond some goodies. We're gonna kick the chef. Wailing like a banshee, over and over, you charge the chef and get all up in his grill, figuratively. Its grill gets all up in your grill, but you tell it it's best to get stepping. You use your seal clubbing club to usher it into the exclusive I just took 7 damage club. And then I won. I got some knob goblin pants, and I gained a muscle point. A sleeping knob goblin guard. We're going to kick his freaking butt. A bone with a price tag on it. It's a quest item. Maybe that's one of the mini Pearl's bones. I don't know what that mission is, but it's nice that you can get stuff even if you don't know what it is. And a Viking helmet. And 3 strongness. Near the knob, you encounter one of those sleeping guards like you keep seeing everywhere. You're about to attack him, but then you notice he's got a cool-looking insignia sewn into his pants, and you realize that he must be some sort of high-ranking officer. Marveling at the discipline of the knob army, you decide to rifle through his pockets to see if he's carrying anything important. And sure enough, you find what happens to be an important code document folded up in his back pocket. A knob goblin encryption key. The sheet is filled with letters, numbers, and unidentifiable symbols. You start to wonder what it is, then you notice a phrase, knob goblin encryption key, do not export, in bold letters at the top. Very convenient. I don't know why it kicked me out, because I'm just going to keep adventuring here. On a dirt road outside of Cobb's Knob, you trip over a rock and knock yourself briefly unconscious on a different, larger, and sharper rock. When you come to, you find yourself in a chain gang, being forced... Oh, adventurer. You're finally awake. Being forced to haul sewage in and out of the knob. You're not quite sure why they're taking sewage into the knob, but yours is not exactly to reason why, given the circumstances. One way or another, this servitude must come to an end. But how? We're going to rise and revolt. You decide to convince your fellow prisoners to rise up with you in rebelling against the knob goblin captors. Unfortunately, they're all pretty comfortable with the status quo, and your speech falls on deaf ears. Unfazed, you decide to conduct the revolution single-handedly. Grunting and straining, you drag the entire chain gang away from the knob to freedom. It's quite a workout. I gained 10 muscle boundness, which is a point, and I gained a level. I'm a beast. On the way to Cobb's Knob, you trip over something in the road. You stop to investigate, and it turns out to be a chest full of meat. Some guys have all the luck and all the stub toes. We're out here so strong, dude. We're freaking kicking butt right now. But I really need some firecrackers. That's why I'm here. We got some tongs, one-handed weapon. Here we go. This guy has a firecracker. We need 2 more. Okay, we're getting them back to back. We're going to rise and revolt again. We got another muscle. This is a good event. I like this one. Here we go. We got all of our firecrackers. We also got a sparkling orb. This translucent orb sparkles and cracks with latent energy. It's tingly. It's a spleen item. What the hell does that mean? A spleen item. That seems like something Dan would like. Dan's a spleen guy. Captain of the Gourd, he needs medicinal flowers. Let's go back to, let's go to the overgrown lot and get some of these flowers. The dirt walled hovel of the Prince Artist. Anything with like the animation, I'm like, I want to click on it. You step around the corner from the sleazy back alley, which you think would put you on the street, but the way this town is laid out makes no sense, and survey the overgrown lot. It looks like an apartment furnished by irresponsible college students, but instead of an apartment, it's outdoors, and instead of IKEA, they went to the weeds and garbage store. Oh, so quirky. Adventure again. You're fighting a sewer snake with a sewer snake in it. Hell yeah. The sewers of Seaside Town are filled with snakes. Everybody knows that. This is one of those snakes, but it swallowed up one of those metal tools plumbers used to clear snakes out of clogged pipes. And now it's too stiff to navigate the sewers, and it's none too happy about it, if the way it's attacking is any indication. We got shyster weed, meat, a carton of snake milk. Snake milk. The label on the carton says the milk is fortified with vitamin S, and vitamin S. And we got a sewer snake. A one-handed flail ranged weapon that does 3 stench damage. I like that. You're fighting the malt liquor golem. You approach a scattered pile of half-full malt liquor bottles and paper bags, but before you can raid it, the bottles leap into the air and assume a humanoid form. It staggers towards you. Okay, we got fraudwort, premium malt liquor, 2 of them, and a brown paper bag mask. That's sick. Get some moxie and HP. You're fighting a dire pigeon. At best, pigeons are a nuisance. At worst, they're trying to peck out your eyes right now. And it's dead. Sometimes it's hard being just so good at this game so quickly. To know that no one else can ever experience this. Oh, God. It's time to add a password to your account. Oh, God. This is important. We're not going to let you do any more adventures. Fine. I'll make a freaking password. Oh, God. And I need to have additional things to make sure that I don't get hacked. All right. Let's create a freaking password. A freaking password. Hey. I'm putting it in my password manager so I do not forget. Sure, this works. Yes. Password set. Now you can come back whenever you want from wherever you want and do whatever you want. Assuming that what you want to do is the thing that you can do in this game, which, let's face it, it totally is. We've got everything. These guys are quirky. Honestly, I'm so glad they literally forced me to do that. I would have been in shambles. There we go. Adventure again. You're fighting a cooler wino. There must be a regular wino. Some of Seaside Town's drunks are too cool to live in the sleazy back alley, but not cool enough to live in an actual apartment or house. This is one of them, and he is mad at you. Shyster weed. Unflavored wine cooler. What the hell's an unfinished? Oh, an unflavored. This is an unfinished wine cooler that somehow slipped through the QA process of the wine cooler. Vineyard? Factory? How do they make these things? I still need 5 different kinds of weeds. Or like five weeds in total. Make that 4. You managed to make it pretty far into the lot without being attacked this time, and you get a chance to look around a little. It's about what you'd expect. Tall grass, ramshackle shopping cart fortresses, piles of cardboard boxes stained with liquids you'd rather not identify, a low moaning sound to which you take to be the wind, but is slightly spookier and more persistent than most wind you've encountered. The world is your oyster, or at least this part of the world. How do you like your oysters? Look for flowers, check out the shopping carts. Look through the cardboard boxes, check out the spooky noises. Let sleeping oysters lie. You know, I do need flowers, but I want to see the spooky noises. You follow the spooky noises to the source. A group of ghostly children playing some weird, antiquated version of baseball. One of the ghosts asked if you'd mind playing pitcher for them, since a girl that was supposed to pitch was tragically killed somewhere far enough from the lot that she wasn't able to haunt it. Even though you don't really like kids or ghosts, you like these ghost kids, so you agree to play the game with them. Turns out you're pretty good at throwing invisible ghost balls and gain a moxie point. Shout out ghosts. And I've killed a pigeon. Okay, we almost got enough. Mostly broken sunglasses. It's a potion. At a certain point, sunglasses are so broken they don't count as sunglasses anymore. This pair is getting very close to that point. Effect almost cool for 15 adventures. That's funny. All right, we got to do another one. Well, you know, since we're looking at cardboard boxes, we got some liquor. We need one more flower. We did it. And then we get to see the shopping carts. We got snake milk. Lots of snake milk. All right, let's go to the sleazy back alley. We had some stuff to do there as well. You're fighting a rushing bum. In the sleazy back alley, you are being You are bum rushed by a rushing bum. Yikes. It's gonna be crazy when I hit somebody I don't kill in one hit. You are fighting a drunken half-orc hobo. In the sleazy back alley, you are set upon by a drunken half-orc hobo. You are as overpowered by a stench as you are confused by his slurred missives. One thing's for sure, though. It's beat or be beaten. And we beat him. Dirty hobo gloves. Stench damage. You're fighting a big creepy spider. In this sleazy back alley, you're attacked by a big creepy spider. It promises not to kill you, but you're not sure you believe it. So I kill it first. Okay, here we go. As you're nearing the sleazy back alley, you happen upon a knobgoblin tourist. Gaping at all at the top buildings of Seaside Town. They don't have anything taller than 0 stories where he comes from. Since he hasn't noticed you, you take advantage of the opportunity to practice your pickpocketing skills. You feel simultaneously smoother and richer, like new and improved Ovaltine. I have Ovaltine in my cupboard, funnily enough. I've never had it before, though. Yeah, no, I've never had it. There's gotta be, okay, here we go. The Entertainer. Before you can make it into the sleazy back alley, you're accosted by a ragtag group of orphans from the wrong side of the tracks. You pause briefly to try and remember if you've ever seen a group of orphans that wasn't ragtag, but that train of thought goes nowhere fast. Put on a puppet show for us, cry the orphans. Please. They point to a nearby puppet show booth, whatever those things are called. Never want to miss an opportunity to corrupt the youth of Loathing. You duck. You duck inside the booth and prepare for your show. But what kind of show will it be? Let's do a science fiction double feature. You put on a play in which a futuristic cyborg warriors fight with laser beams in an effort to free themselves from their cyborg overlords, while a rogue group of cyborg dissidents use laser beams to wage their own battle against a group of cyborgs that they created that unexpectedly revolted and turned against them. Unfortunately, the special effects consist entirely of you making pew-pew noises with your mouth, and the show, left to succeed only on the strength of its plot, is a miserable failure. The orphans, feeling sorry for you, pool their meager money and give it to you to help you look for a new job. Wow. Ah, craps. Just inside the sleazy back alley, you encounter a group of shady-looking characters throwing dice against a wall. As you approach, they look up to you expectantly. You in? Bilk 'em down. Oh. I don't know what that means. You start playing. Oh, I got very hurt. Very hurt. You start playing dice with the gamblers, and you cheat like you never cheated before. That is to say, you cheat like somebody who's never ever cheated before, and you're very, very bad at it. The gamblers catch on almost immediately and throw you out of the alley like someone they just beat the crap out of, which they did. I lost 23 HP. I don't even have 23 HP. I got the effects beaten up. You had the crap beaten out of you. You're going to need some more crap. All right, well, let's go turn in some of these quests while I heal, I guess. The Gourd Tower. Give him 5 firecrackers. I got a gourd potion. The potion captain. If you bring me 6 more firecrackers, I'll give you another potion. Tiny hollowed gourd that contains a fizzing orange liquid. We'll hand in our sausage. You pull out your giant sausage and give it to Gunther. He looks suitably impressed. 11 inches. That's the biggest one I've seen since the Holmes fella joined back in 72. He shakes your hand and reaches around to give you a firm pat on the back. Well done, initiate. Welcome to the Brotherhood of SmackDown. You should talk to Torg if you want to train some skills, and you see that guy at the Smack Cafeteria about getting some provisions. And if you want to use a guild meat car, talk to Olaf the janitor. I like that meat car. Cheap wind-up clock. Gives you 30% combat initiative. Whoops. Seal clubbery. Figure of an armored seal. I don't know what these do, but that's cool. You can use them. What do they do? Don't know. Turtle pheromones. General goods. Blood of the wear. Oh, what is this? He's friggin' flashing. Thank you, player. 3,804,595. There's no way 3 million people played this game, right? Any player gives us $10 or more will receive the rare and powerful Mr. Accessory. You'll get 1 Mr. Accessory for every $10. All attributes plus 15. You can exchange Mr. Accessories at the store for a Yeti and a travel cooler. Hatches into Cooler Yeti. Wow. Cool your drinks on demand. I want to start donating now. You can get a subscription through Amazon. That's crazy. Well, I'm not donating right now. Maybe at some point, but not right now. Cool. I don't want to buy anything because I don't know anything. Torg the Trainer. I can learn new things. Fortitude of the Muskox. Regenerate 1 to 2 HP per adventure. Audacity of the Otter. Critical hits do 3x damage. Blubber Up. Gives effect Blubbered Up, which gives you Moxie. Cold Shoulder. Cool. I don't think I need anything right now. What's Gringer the Steel Clubber do? I'm Gringer, head of Steel Clubber for the Brotherhood. Things are quiet. Check back later. Sure. Let's give our flowers to Doc. Here are your things. Thank you so much. These herbs will advance our understanding of science of human survival by at least a decade. 33% on all patent medicines. I could use some help. Heals 18 to 20. I think I should just buy that and use it. Max comfort. I'll make sure to talk quietly too, so everyone can just fall asleep nicely. 1 to 2 damage one-handed. This is 2 to 4, so let's use that. 3 to 6 damage. And 3 stench damage. Full ASMR. We'll put on some new pants. We'll put on the Knob Goblin pants. We get +1 muscle. And I'm guessing there's no point in not putting on the gloves. Notoriously soft-spoken. There's so many possibilities for notoriously related escapades. You can shake it. 3 globs of cream cheese. Ew. I should not have shaken it. I'm going to drink Doc Galactic's homeopathic. So we're still beaten up, which sucks. But at least we're not dying. Oh, we got the spooky forest. We require aid, adventurer. We need a mosquito larva. Don't ask why, because we won't tell you. In any case, the best place to find a mosquito larva is in the spooky forest, which is found in the distant woods. We'll mark it on the map. The time-twitching tower. Whoa, what the heck is this? The cave before time. A cave. Neanderthal. And voting/phone booth. Let's go to the voting booth. Array of telephone. Choose a team. The phone rings and you answer it. This is the Council of Loathing speaking. As you may have noticed, some sort of weird tower has appeared in the middle of Seaside Town, and everybody is in a panic. We find that in times of strife such as these, the best course of action is to occupy the populace with petty infighting and pointless tribalism. As such, all citizens are required to pick a team, or you can let us pick for you, and you'll be rewarded with 10 kroners. If you don't know what kroners are yet, don't worry. Suffice it to say, they are great, and do you want them? I don't know what this is. Let's not choose anything yet. Leave the booth. That's too stressful. I'm tempted to take the kroners. Let's go to the Neanderthal. Oh, these take kroners. I see. This turns into a pet, I guess. Yabba Dabba Durag. That's a great name. I want that. It requires 40 moxie. I will never wear it. I will never be able to wear that. Woolly loincloth. Pickpocket chance. I'm never going to do that. Scotch on the rocks. Affect hair on your chest. Rack of ribs. Food epic. My favorite word. A cave. I lost 5 hit points. A voice comes from inside the cave. What password? It says. Marlin? You reply. A rock flies out of the darkness of the cave mouth and it hits you in the face. Apparently that wasn't the password. Does the dew make you bowl on your tippy toes? The Yabba Dabba Durag? You better believe it. Cave before time. Let's go in. You walk into the cave with foreboding and nonchalance. With foreboding. I don't know what that means. Then you put that crap down and look around you. This cave seems to be This cave seems to have been untouched since the very dawn of time, or at least since the late afternoon. Perhaps a tea time of day of the dawn of time. You breathe in an atmosphere rich in methane and primordial vigor, thicker than you're used to, and smellier. You hear a screech and see a winged dinosaur fly overhead. This is going to be awesome. You're fighting a saber-toothed kiwi. The fearsome creature is the distant forefather of the saber-toothed limes in the kingdom today. Oddly enough, it's not even remotely related to the kiwi fruit that are in the kingdom today. It's just a weird example of convergent evolution. I bash a foe, but only does 1 damage, and not designed for that. Oh, maybe you should try a melee weapon. I'm gonna clobber, because it bit me in the giblets. Okay, that one. I'm gonna know how to use ranged weapons. So let's get out of... I don't know where this is, so I should probably leave this for now. The clan district. I need an email address. Not right now. Lair of the Naughty Sorceress. The Distant Woods. Okay, let's just keep doing some missions. Find a mosquito larva. The Drip Institute? I mean... What is this? You probably should talk to whoever's in charge around here before you go leaping through any glistening portals. True. Armory, doors locked. Cafeteria, doors locked. Boss is open. A spectacled man sits behind the desk. He wears a short-sleeved button-down shirt and a name tag that just reads Jeremy Science. He is simultaneously filing out forms, 2 forms, one with each hand. Hello, you say. I just want... No time for exposition, he interrupts. If you want help, get suited up and dive in. Suited up? Grab a harness from the armory. Oh, and you'll need some juice. I'll tell them to let you in the cafeteria as well. Okay, I guess I'll go? Jeremy does not respond. Okay, we'll go to the armory. It's very expensive. What is this? I have no driplets. TFW, no driplets. This is a droplet made from the drip that is congealed into a state that can survive the conditions of our reality. The scientists at the Drip Institute can make useful stuff out of these if you bring them enough. Dude, drippy khakis. Limited protection from damage in the drip. Trippy Truncheon. It's a weapon. 30% damage versus creatures of the drip. And a drip harness. This uncomfortable backpack-like device contains some sort of transponder that lets the scientists at the Drip Institute pull you out of the drip when you're done in there. Base muscle limited to 100. Allows you to enter the drip. I'm too poor to do anything with the drip. Let's go to Spooky Forest. I'm fighting a Wolfman. Kick him in the nards. That's right, Wolfman's got nards. You wrap the flexible part of your super snake around his neck and squeeze for 3 + 5 points worth of damage. You win the fight. You are fighting a bar. That's right, there are a lot of bar in these woods, boy howdy. Okay, yeah, I'm not equipped to do a ranged weapon. Back to the goblin tongs. You're fighting a warwolf. You're attacked by a warwolf. A werewolf. A werewolf? You can't pronounce it, but you can certainly lay the smack down upon it. Attack. Ooh, 16 damage. Let's go. A Triffid. In the midst and in the mists of the spooky forest, you encounter a Triffid, a horrifying ambulatory plant. Don't know what that means. You'll probably need an ambulance after it's done ambulating all over you. Okay. The Triffid tries to blind you with its tongue-like appendage, but to no avail. Since somebody apparently forgot to tell it, you can only be blinded by science. True. I have a spooky stick. It's a staff. You are fighting a spooky vampire. This is a spooky vampire. He wants to sack your blood. He's a terrifying apparition, even though he talks like a cross between Arnold Schwarzenegger and Count Chocula. He tries to sink his fangs into your leg, but he bites his tongue. Now he wants to suck your blood. Okay. You're fighting a spooky mummy. In the spooky forest, you're attacked by one of the spookiest mummies you've ever seen. This isn't saying much, though, since you've never found mummies to be particularly spooky. I mean, oh no, I'll have to walk slightly faster if I want to escape. So true. What does ambulatory mean? I'm curious. You're fighting a wolf man. I'm going to hit him in the nards. He tries to claw you, but you kick him squash. But you kick him squaw in the nods. He doubles over in pain, as you double over in sympathetic pain. It means they choose to stay in bed when they can walk. Oh, like how How mummies go like that? No, wait. This is about the plant. I don't know what that's relating to then. You cook up some pain for your opponent. Bam. You manage to get quite a ways into the forest without running into any of those spooky monsters. With a sigh of relief, you pause to catch your breath and look around, trying to figure out what to do with this newfound freedom. Your interest is piqued when you notice an old, overgrown road leading off into the woods. Your soul is soothed when you hear the bubbling of a stream from somewhere nearby, and your sense of foreboding begins to tingle as you notice a dark thicket of trees on a nearby hillside. It's not the darkest hillside thicket you've ever seen, but it's definitely one of the darker ones. Which way will you go? Maybe you ought to look for that mosquito larva that the council wants. You think back to everything you know about mosquitoes. They're annoying, they spread disease, they lay eggs in water. We'll go to the stream. You follow your ears to the bubbling stream. You dip your feet in the cool water and survey your surroundings. Downstream from where you're sitting, the area opens into a marshy expanse. You're normally pretty mellow about marshes, but something about this one seems sort of harsh. Upstream, you spot a dark opening leading into the bank of the stream. It looks just big enough for you to squeeze into if you're in the mood into squeezing into something right about now. We're going to stay into the marsh, because that's, again, where mosquitoes will be. You enter the marsh and almost immediately plunge ankle deep into a puddle of filthy, stagnant water. Grumbling, you extricate yourself from the mud and notice that your ministrations have stirred up a disgusting, wriggling mass of mosquito larvae. Actually, one of them isn't disgusting at all. It's sort of cute, so you decide to take it with you. Oh, it hatches into a mosquito, which I'm assuming is a pet. Let's see. Can I equip it? I don't know how those work. Concentrated cooking. Lets you cook things more quickly. Oh, I can put it in a terrarium. I don't have a terrarium, so I'm not going to do that. I'm finding another bar, though. A bar skin. You can meat paste. Spooky mummy. He catches you not paying attention and actually manages to catch up to you. He pulls your head close to his and lets out the foulest belch you've ever smelled. It's like 1,000 years worth of beer and cabbage. A critical hit for 1 hit point. You are weak. Absolutely destroying these bars. We're going to follow the old road. You wander up a piece of the road, figuring that if life is a highway, you may as well ride it all night long. You pass a set of old wagon ruts leading deeper into the forest, just past a cobblestone path leading to a run-down-looking cottage. As you're trying to decide which of those to investigate, you hear a whistling from behind you and turn around to see a hunter sitting in a tree, standing just off the road. Sitting at a tree stand just off the road. Talk to the hunter. That'd be rude not to. You walk over to the hunter in his tree stand. "Howdy, adventurer," he says, quite amicably as you approach. "Seen any bar around here? I'm hunting, you see." "I haven't, but now that you mention it, I could use a drink." The hunter looks at you quizzically. "Anyway, I collect their skins. Useful as all get out, a bar skin is. If you find any, I'll gladly take them off your hands. I pay top sirloin, too. Call it 75 meat apiece. This here tree stand also doubles as a tree stand, so if you're interested in buying any trees, let me know. I've got hundreds of them. It's literally like they grow on trees. These bars can't handle it. Amen. Dropping bars like it's the hottest mixed tape of 2025? Okay. Let's sell them some bear meat, and I'm going to leave. I don't want to buy a tree. Vampire. Dead. Warwolf. Dead. Triffid. Ambulatory. Dead. We are just destroying. We've only got 15 adventures left. We are leveling up something fierce, though. Okay, let's brave the dark thicket. Shadows gather as you follow the path into the dark thicket. The shadows skitter off before you can see what they were gathering. But that's not important right now. What's important is that you're in the thick of the thicket. And you should get busy with whatever you're doing in here so you can get the hell out. There's a slightly darker path than the path that came in on, leading deeper into the thicket. There's also an area of extremely thick plant growing off to the side of the path. Let's investigate the dense thicket, or dense foliage. You investigate the especially dense foliage and discover its source, an overturned wagon full of fertilizer. How lucky. Well, lucky for the forest, not lucky for whoever's driving that wagon, as he probably got a pretty stern talking to when he went back to the fertilizer factory, or murdered by monsters before he made it. Either way, I bet it really sucked. You find an unbroken can of fertilizer in the wreckage and take it with you. Sure. Okay, dark thicket, and we're going to keep following the darker path. You follow the darkened path to a point in the forest where 3 more paths diverge. The left branch looks pretty normal. Trees surrounding it are healthy. The path is clear of undergrowth and furry woodland creatures scampering along it, just waiting to get eaten by some larger but equally furry predator. The trees around the middle branch look as though they've been burned. The earth is scorched, though not by tiny robotic tanks, you're guessing. And you catch the occasional glimpse of flashing lights in the distant recesses of the path. The third branch is dark. Really dark. Really, really dark. Come to think of it, you can't see anything past the entrance. All the paths look equally well traveled, so you're not going to be able to rely on poetry for advice in this case. Let's do the scorched path. In a clearing at the end of the scorched path, you find a pair of craters. The first is smoking. It looks like there was a result of some sort of explosion. The other is, well, moist. It looks like the result of a particular productive and violent sneeze. To which crater will you cater? I got to see the moist crater. At the bottom of the slimy crater, you find a glob of goo with what looks like a corpse of a saucer inside it. Looks like he summoned more jelly than he was ready for. You fish out and wipe off his possessions. A saucepan and spices. That's so great. I'm glad I'm not a sauceman, sir. Finding a Triffid. We're going to quickly kill it. We're taking some damage. It's crazy. They're getting the jump on us. Let's go back to the dark thicket. Even darker path. Scorch path. We're going to look at the smoking crater. Okay, we got the pasta mansa stuff. We fooled ourselves by going that path. As we are about to run out of adventures. Sad. Okay, let's eat some food. Or whatever we need to get some adventures back. I want to cook, which means I need to go home. Campground. My kitchen. I'm going to cook bunny liver with cream cheese. Does not make anything. What about strawberry cream cheese? That does not do anything. Grapefruit. Lemon. Orange. Olive. Popsicle stick. Spices. Nothing is cooked with that. Spices and bunny liver? Okay. Grapefruit. Lemon. Olive. Orange. Spices. That feels like it should have been one. Strawberry. Okay, so a lot of things don't go together. We're realizing. Strawberry popsicle. We can just make popsicles. Spicy popsicle stick? No. That was silly. Popsicle stick with a popsicle stick? No popsicle. Grapefruit. Wow, it does not. Okay. I mean, I think you're wrong. I think you can make a grapefruit popsicle. I think it'd be absolutely tasty. And we'll make a bunny liver one. Combine items. I don't have any meat paste. Telling me lemon and gin don't go together. We made a martini. Okay. Vodka, grapefruit. That'd be fantastic. Lemon. Martini. Orange. A screwdriver. Okay. Unflavored wine cooler. I'm going to guess that unflavored wine cooler goes with any fruit. Yes. Spices. It's worth a shot. Okay, we've got some cocktails. Many discoveries. Let's go back to our inventory and eat or drink. Does that give us... It's unclear if this gives us adventures. Yes. Yes, it does. And if we drink... Breakfast wine cooler. 6 adventures. Here we go. And 2 drunkenness. I don't know how many drunkenness. Oh, 14. 14 is when I think we're too drunk. I got a dried face. Ew. And ancient pills. Spleen item. Okay, we're going to do dark thicket. Darker path. Dark path. You proceed down to the dark path. Literally, not metaphorically. After a while, you come across signs of a struggle. Deep gouges in the path littered with sequins and a bit of ivory, leading off into a particularly dense clump of bushes. What's it going to be then? Still going? Oh, yeah. It's only been an hour. I'll probably play for another 20 to 30 minutes. I'm almost out of adventures, which means I actually have to be done for the day. But it's a good winding down game. Let's investigate the bushes. Oh, we got accordion stuff. So good. One day we'll find the things I need. You come to a clearing in the woods and notice a couple sets of footprints leading off into opposite directions. The left set leads into small... Can't read. It's that delicious Seven's Heart I'm drinking. Check the link in the description. The left set leads into a small copse of trees, while the right set, which has another smaller set of footprints next to it, leaves small copse of trees, a different small copse of trees. We'll do the single set, because I feel like the other one's a turtle mancer. We did it! In the middle of the copse, you find a corpse of an adventurer just like you. Well, not just like you, in that you don't seem to have been cut almost completely in half by the claws of some forest beastie just yet. You help yourself to his equipment. The only problem is I have this. I am 1414. That's true. Okay, stream, and we're going to squeeze into the cave. We got 300 meat, oh man. You wriggle into the cave, and just inside the entrance you find the body of the famed explorer Chester Meatpot. After carefully checking for booby traps, you rifle through his wallet. Looks like they called him Meatpot for a reason. Or, other than the fact that that was his name. In addition to the meat, you find a strange coin. A tree-hold coin. It's a quest item. This is an ancient, irregularly shaped coin with 3 tree-shaped holes cut out of it. It's either part of some elaborate puzzle or the work of some very, very strange vandal. We might have done everything we can here. For now, at least. Read the liver popsicle. Delicious liver popsicle. And we're going to drink some of the things we made. Martini. Smarm. Ooh, we unlocked a new tattoo. Okay. And let's drink a screwdriver. We are getting drunk. It's even warning us. You better keep an eye on your drinking. Let's go back to Spooky Forest. We got 13 more things to do. Come on, give me the event. Give me the event. Okay, we want to follow the old road. We haven't done either of these yet, but we do have some bar skins. I can't check my inventory. We'll follow the ruts this time. You follow the wagon ruts, being careful not to get stuck in them until you find an old, overturned meat wagon. You search through and help yourself to the spoils and the freshes. 53 meat. Okay, let's keep going. I like how the word for drunkenness is changing, but my level is not. Did you ever listen to Radio KOL when you played? I just looked it up. It didn't shut down until 2019. I was actually just telling Dan at work about that. I was like, it used to have an old radio station that would like announce events and stuff like that. Crazy. I did. I probably like legit played in 2005, 2006, 2005. Like I was pretty young, but I remember a lot of this being so cool at the time, and I wish I was a little bit older to have fully appreciated it. You knock on the cottage door and is opened by none other than the famed vampire hunter G. Have you seen any vampires around here? The forest is crawling with them. Crawling. Take these. If you find a vampire, use it to impale them and tear out its heart, then bring the heart back to me. I use them for... Never mind what I use them for. Stop asking so many questions. But I didn't, you say as he shoves you some stakes into your hands and slams the door in your face. It is a weapon. Can I use it right now? 2 to 4. This is 3 to 5. No, I didn't get one. Okay, we might... There's also a fullness thing. Like, you can't just keep eating food to keep playing. Oh, some bots. That's crazy. I think I saw some friends play this, but I wasn't sucked up into WoW. You were sucked up. Or wasn't. The no T is throwing me. I never played WoW. I do feel like I missed out. Pigeon egg? Pigeon egg? We're going to drink some snake milk. 6 adventures. Okay, let's go. You were sucked into WoW. Old road. I think we've done pretty much everything. But we'll go talk to Hunter and sell some of our skins. And we'll buy a tree. Spooky sapling. It's a quest item. Cool. Alright, well, I think we're done here. So let's get out of here. Oh, take a leave. Back to the distant woods. Forest Village. Untinkerer's Cottage. Bugbear Bakery. Science Tent. Crackpot Mystic's Shed. Bounty Hunter Hunter's. Bounty Hunter. Today's easy bounty. 8 paper towel from the paper towel geist in the haunted kitchen of Spooky Raven Manor. I don't have any filthy lucre. Let's get the paper towel. And the Spooky Raven Manor. Because I think we had to do something else there, but I don't know where it is. Is it? You know, we haven't gone to the hollow. A tall, skinny, shaggy-haired man with thick, plastic-rimmed glasses paces back and forth, alternating between barely audible murmuring and loud swearing. He looks up at you as you walk in. You there, plebeian. I'm the greatest artist the Kingdom of Loathing has ever known, but lately I've been unable to grace its population with my works of staggering genius, because all my painting supplies have been lost or stolen. Will let me retrieve them? Sure, I'm always glad to support the arts. Great, if I'm going to work, I'm going to need my paintbrush, my palette, and my paint. Last time I remember seeing the palette, I was near the haunted pantry on the right side of the tracks. My pail of paint, I probably lost it while I was slumming in the sleazy back alley looking for inspiration, and my brush was stolen by this knob goblin, which is going to be the knob gob. Well, I got the paintbrush right away, or the paint bucket. As you're walking near the sleazy back alley, you almost do that thing they do in movies where you step into a pail and then stumble around and maybe step on a rake, which levers up and hits you in the face, which knocks you down, and then he kicks your legs up in the air and the pail flies up and lands on your head. You don't do that, though. What you do instead is see a pail lying on the ground, and you think, hey, isn't that the pail the artist guy was looking for? Then you think, yes, it is, and you pick it up and you take it with you. And we got it. Oh, Spooky remains on the right side of the tracks. I don't know if he said where in the thing it was. We're going to check the pantry. Oh, look at that. As you near the haunted pantry, you accidentally step on a pallet of paint. There are shoes now mounted to Hugh. Do you know who would like to have it back? We also need to go to the kitchen and get these paper towels. You approach the kitchen. Before you enter, there's an ear-splitting screech and the door slams in front of you. Apparently someone doesn't want you going in there. You have to unlock everything, so we'll do the pantry. You're fighting a flame-broiled meat blob. You are suddenly ambushed by a great flame-broiled meat blob. It bobs up and down menacingly, dripping with meaty goodness and radiating waves of intense heat. It gets a jump. It assaults you with a barrage of non-sequitur stoner humor. You're confused, but unhurt. I also thought I was going to take damage from that bucket. We are lucky, though. We got meat-based. Undead elbow macaroni. Inside the haunted pantry, you encounter an undead elbow macaroni of unusual size. It rubs its hands together and prepares to assault you like a peanut. Oh, I didn't notice the other words. It pasta slaps you in the groin. You feel like you've been whipped with a wet noodle. Then I friggin' stab it. We got magicalness in a can. A fiendish can of asparagus. In the haunted pantry, you're attacked by a fiendish can of asparagus. Cans of asparagus aren't normally at all that scary, but this one's got a knife. You encounter this abomination. You assume a fighting stance and prepare to match your opponent with a can of whip-ass. Razor-sharp can lid. That's so funny. Combat item. You throw it and it hurts the opponent. Hypnotic breadcrumbs. Oh my goodness. As you approach the door to the haunted pantry, a filthy half-orc hobo stumbles up to you from the direction of the sleazy back alley. Excuse, 'cause of meat? He slutters. It's a verb to simultaneously mutter and slur. A lot of people do that playing video games online these days, am I right? Holding out his hand. It seems he wants a handout, not a hand up. In fact, what does a hand up even mean? Anyways, what would you like to do? Give him some meat. Give the man some meat. You hand the hobo some meat, and he wanders off happily. You feel pretty good about yourself, because, supporting someone else's self-destructive alcohol habit always makes you feel good about yourself. We got good karma. I'm out of adventures, though. Let's just keep eating, I guess, until, yeah, I'm too full. All right, well, we've gotten all of the food we can eat. 12 adventures left. We have to go in here until our adventure here until we can unlock the next haunted room. Just outside the door of the haunted pantry, you encounter a corpse of an unfortunate adventurer just like yourself. Well, not just like yourself, in that you don't have a razor-sharp can lid buried in your back. You take the lid. Yeah, we definitely cannot do anything until we do whatever in here. Right? Am I crazy? Here we go. Here we go. Just inside the haunted pantry, you discover a hobgoblin assistant chef rummaging through the shelves looking for cooking ingredients in magical regions. He doesn't seem to have noticed it yet. What would you like to do? Wait and see what happens. As you watch, the assistant chef gets attacked by a possessed can of asparagus. The fight goes on for several minutes, but the chef is eventually defeated. As the can stands gloating over the prone goblin, there's suddenly a tremendous explosion of magical force. Looks like the chef had some sort of predator-style self-destruct mechanism. You wander around and pick up all the debris scattered by the explosion. Now we got magicalness in a can. Oh, come on, baby. Pardon me, shouts a man that approaches you from near the pantry. Could I trouble you for a spot of assistance? With what? Well, you see, I baked this birthday cake for my friend Claude, but I thought I'd play a bit of a trick on the old chap, so I used these hilarious novelty candles that are very difficult to blow out. It's in the package, it can be lit by normal matches. Apparently some sort of magical fire is required. Do you suppose you can be so kind as to find some for me to get these candles burning? Goblin had martyrdom, so true. He looks at you expectantly. I'll see what I can do. We gotta find some fire. We got an unlit birthday cake. Martyrdom made me so mad, but I also chose that as soon as I unlocked it. Damn, that's it. I think that's all we can do. If we go to... Can we drink a little more? Does it tell you how boozy it's going to get you? Potency 3. 2. We can drink this one. Another 6 adventures. Come on, unlock the other stuff in this freaking building, dude. No, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. Okay, if we go back to our tent, does it give us more adventures? I can't. It takes an adventure to do it anyways. I think that's it. I think that's all we can do. We are too full. We are too drunk. Unless... Spooky shrunken head. Oh, we got this though, because this won't take anything. Thanks for the larva, adventurer. You know what? You look pretty lonely. Maybe you should hatch this larva and keep the mosquito as a pet. To do so, you'll need a familiar grow terrarium at your campsite. Use this meat to buy one if you don't already have one. You've received word that the owner of a typical tavern in the distant woods is having a bit of a rat problem. I'm sure he'd reward you if you took care of it. Cancer requires another task. You must slay the boss bat. He can be found in the deepest part of the bat hole in the nearby plains. Slay him. Well, we will buy a familiar grow. From where? I do not know. I found it. I found it immediately. Ooh. Fancy meals. Okay. Third hand lantern. Loose purse strings. Permit? Casino pass. Also good for one free drink. Okay. Sweet rims. That's kind of sick. Dinghy plank. Desert bus. Pass. Alright, well, let's use our terrarium. And go back to our campsite. Don't want to do that. Now we can put our mosquito in. Some of these things that I can use, I'm like, is this a bad idea? How do I... It's so frustrating that I have to go back to the map, then back to the friggin' campground. Why can't I just go back to where I was? Mosquito, Gabriel. My favorite 1-pound mosquito. Take him with you. Gabriel the Mosquito. And you know what? I will name it after, of course, our friends in the chat. I guess I made you the most annoying familiar you could have. Alas. Alas, it is your name. 8 paper towels. Give you cake. Someone to light the candles. All right. Well, I guess this is it for now. Well, we can look around a bit, because, like, what are tattoos used for? Barrel full of barrels. Click on a barrel to crank. Okay, well. Hermitage. 11 leaf clover. More than 266% luckier than a garden variety 3 leafer. He's thick. Okay, don't know what this does anyways. Dungeoneer, Temple of Literacy. Lair of the Naughty Sorceress. Can't do anything here yet. Distant Woods, typical tavern. Suspicious looking guy. Hey man, you want to try some goofballs? First bottle's free, man. I'll take some goofballs. Don't get caught. Or if you do, they're not for me. Who hopped up on goofballs for 10 adventures? A pool table. Takes adventures, but you can gamble. And you're not allowed to play for fun. And the tavern, don't go. I gotta talk to him. Howdy, adventurers, is a jovial man behind the bar. I'm Bart. Bart Ender. Nice to meet you, Bart. I'm notoriously soft. The council says you need some help with something. Yep, we've got a bit of a rat problem. You see, the whole cellar's just thick with them. I mean, sure, there's always rats down there. Rats are a crucial part of the fantasy tavern ecosystem. Our problem is that there are too many rats. I need you to figure out why there are so many of them and put a stop to them somehow. So there are rats in the cellar of the tavern. And have to kill what, like 10 of them? This isn't a simple matter of kill 10 rats, buddy. You need to track them back to their source and put a stop to it. Whatever it is. Here, let me unlock the trapdoor for you. Careful, it's dark down there. It is very dark. And we have no energy. Crackpot Mystic. Hello, young adventurer. You look an intelligent sort. Would you like to hear the tale of a mystical realm which lies outside the confines of both time and space? Sure. Just keep going. I don't want to read all that. But we got a continuum trench functioner. Sure. This will allow you to enter the 8-bit realm. I don't know where the door is. Sure. A science tent. I've spent my work on the Eldritch Emanation Radioactive Ion Emitter to the Journal of the Metaphysical Science. What the hell does that mean? I'm just waiting on notes from the reviewers. I'm still experimenting on this tentacle I saved, though, so maybe that'll be a second paper. I've been considering some research into rocks, dirt, and dust particles. I think that refuse material is an area of the physical sciences that has been long ignored. I wonder if I can get any material from the monorail dig site. Can I fight that tentacle you save for science? Okay, I can. I lost 14 hit points? Oh my god. But I did gain 4. It's so tough I only inflicted 1 damage. What if I throw a can lid at it? It hit for 2 damage. You watch with glee as Patrick extracts 2 drops of blood from your enemy and listen with barely concealed horror as he squirts blood into your ear for 4 hit points. Okay, we're gonna die for sure. Yeah, I died. It caressed my scalp and invaded my mind. What can you tell me about refuse material? That's great. Great. Degrassi Knoll. I gotta find his screwdriver. I do like Degrassi Knoll. That's a fun Canadian-themed reference for the show Degrassi. The Bat Hole. Guano Junction. Man, this has already expanded quite a lot. And you can see all the empty space for so much more. Right. I need an email to see this part. Oh, and I gotta go back. Okay. Market Square? I don't think we saw everything here. General store. Yeah, that makes sense. We looked here before. Armory and Leggery. How much do I have? I have 1,400. I get that Bill Beck debarked glaive Gussamer. Also required 60. I only have 10. I'm so weak. I could barely use any of this. A suede short sword. I'm the meat smith. I'm very busy, so I won't be able to smith anything for you, but you can buy components and smith them for yourself. Oh, he has a quest for me, though. A few weeks ago, a guy was trying to open a skeleton store, came in here, and bought a crate of weapons and armor. He said he'd be right back with a check, but for some reason, after he took the big crate of weapons and armor into his store and filled with skeletons, he never came back to pay me. I don't suppose you could... Oh, my Canadian came out. I don't suppose you can head over and see what's up. I'd do it, but like I said, I'm really busy. Sure. Skeleton store. Interesting. So you can buy the parts and build stuff. That's neat. I don't like crafting, but that's cool. The flea market. You need an email. Now it's kicked me out. The museum. Leaderboards. That's cool. Odd jobs board. Oh, cool. Like little one-offs. And then I think, oh, we got the casino. I need a casino pass. I'm not the right class for that. Whoa, you can put your familiars into a fight club. Vini Vidici, no, Vine Vidi Vici, the levitating potato, is 20 pounds and has won 258,000 times and has lost 2.49 million times. Yeah, it's crazy amount of writing. Truly crazy. The Dirty Pair, the Fuzzy Dice, has won 336,000 times and lost 2 million times. That's nuts. Only 5 wins left till my next prize. Hello there, my friend. How do you do? The monorail's open, but there's still so much to do. The protesters have been handled, and with a friendly agreement, the unionized labor won't have any aggrievement. Each station we open will plant lots of trees. Those hippies shall feel a bountiful glee, so riding on rails. 3 rail lines are open. Construction continues unabated, we're hoping. You acquired an effect favored by Lyle. Plus 10% on everything. That's cool. Thanks, Lyle. Train to downtown. You walk into the downtown-bound monorail platform and examine the route map. So many exciting options. Let's go to the warehouse district. Howdy there, pal. What's up with you? We've started this line, but there's still so much to do. The workers are digging their underground tunnel, but a funky gray goo has caused some disgruntle. I believe that soon we'll be calling on you to help us work through this pile of goo. Fairy 2000s for sure. Breakfast counter. On your way to the train, you'll stop at the little breakfast counter built into the wall near the platform. Step right up and be amazed, the proprietor bellows at you. Don't be shy, let me show you the marvels of earthenware cookware. The proprietor runs through a several-minute demonstration about earthenware cookware while you watch nervously for your train. And on top of all that, it's made entirely of recycled material. Unfortunately, we're out, but if you have any materials, I'll make you some earthenware. You'll need 10 shovels of dirt and 10 hunks of granite. And if you have some earthenware, we'll bake you something in it for breakfast tomorrow. Good to know. Wow, so we have seen everything we can see right now, but unfortunately we are out of adventures, which means that we are done for today. Crazily enough, you have to wait until the day changes, and then you can play again. I'm 2 muscle away to advance to level 5. Muscle 18. I'm pretty drunk. Wait, let's see what happens if I drink. If I drink more and I go over the freaking edge. If I go over the freaking edge, what happens? I am falling down drunk, but I have 5 adventures. Let's see. We'll go to the grassy knoll, or let's go to the regular knoll or the Cobb's Knob, so I can get some stuff. You are very drunk. On your way to wherever it is you were trying to go, you can't quite remember. You suddenly decide it's a good idea to head out to the cake-shaped arena and try to put the moves on Susie, the arena mistress. You buffoon. You carpetbagger. She gives you the what for. You lose 3 muscle boundness. The reason things like this are happening is because you've had too much to drink. Later tonight, when you get your new adventures for the day, your drunkenness will wear off, and tomorrow you'll be able to adventure again normally. Let's try again. You stumble into a gutter and fall down. Several goblins trip over you. Okay, I will stop. Is that your gifting game? Yo! Does a giant heart on the box indicate affection, or does that box contain only 2 types of items? Probably both. It is entirely possible the contents of the box have been trapped inside for weeks. It's sort of a magnet tar pit trap in there. Whoa! How do I get it? Also, let's look at your count. Let's see. Level 8 Salamander Subduer. Turns played 901. Created in 2004. Holy smokes! Last login today. That's crazy. Amulet of Extreme Plot Significance. And you've got a secret familiar. The Blood-Faced Volleyball. With a toupee. That's crazy. And this one's got an iPod. So good. Lord Barrington, long time no see. This game, I swear, so slept on. The humor is a little bit aged, but not in a very, very, very cringy way. I'm enjoying it. A turtle tamer. Oh, I've got a tattoo. I'm going to use the martini. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm glad my password wasn't in plain text there. Wait, how do I get back to miscellaneous? Dude, I got elite meat. Let's go. It's a secret. Oh, shoot. It was a secret. Whoops. The cockles of your heart, or perhaps a subcockle region, are warmed as you open the box. You're not inclined to make many complaints, old or new. 3 gulgulash and an ice-cold 6-pack. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is a steaming dish of stew made from tomatoes, noodles, and the decaying flesh of a ghoul. West of Loathing is very good. Surprisingly. I have played that more recently. We're not done looking at Gnome's account, though. This is crazy. I'll add you to my contact list. I might need to contact you at some point. Shh, it's a secret. Title, not Genesis Genome. Oh, I gotta add an email. So far, it's great. I'm excited. I'm gonna see. I think I could probably guess what my old account was. I'm gonna see if I can find it. So next time I play this won't probably be something I come to super often. I think these kind of late night streams for something more relaxed will be a lot more fun to play something like this. But the next time I play it, I'm gonna see if I can find my own account, and we'll see if we can look at it, see when my last login was, which actually might not be that long ago, because I know I have kind of tried to get back in at some point. But I'm excited to see when I created it and what some of the specs were. But until then, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Like, it's again, not something super common to play. This kind of text-based RPG. I say MMO RPG because there are clans. I don't know where they are, but there are clans. There is the ability to work with other people and trade and create your own store to sell things to other people. But it's very odd. So thank you so much for coming with me in this bit of a brain blast. I'm excited to come back to this again in the future when I remember how to play and create an email account. So excited. So I hope you all have a great night, great Thursday, Friday, probably Saturday, and I'm sure I will see you on Sunday. Bye.